Hi, guys. In today's weekly coaching, I'm going to talk about Rising Strong, your ability to reset. Have you ever thought about your thoughts? Do you have a bias towards the negative? Understanding how negative feelings and emotions work is the first step. And then, step two, you learn how to reprogram those emotions and turn them around. So, I have a quote here. You must be whole to be wholehearted, as in to embrace and love who you are. You must reclaim and reconnect with the parts of you that you have orphaned over the years. So ask yourself, can I make dramatic changes in the way I live? Is it possible to change those self defeating thoughts and behaviors that have been my constant companions for as long as I can remember? Can I feel strong? Can I reset? So, people who have been depressed or, scared or clumsy or unlucky, things like that, their entire life, they worry that is it even feasible or for them to contemplate removing those old familiar patterns and ways of being and open yourself to a brand new you. So, can you make that U-turn? Deprogram yourself. When I would never know any other way to think or act. And this is the thing that you have to ask yourself. Your beliefs keep you stuck. Your beliefs are deeply ingrained in negative notions, like chains restricting you from experiencing your unique self. You can loosen those chains, you can make them work for you rather than against you, to the point that you can alter the way you're thinking and that the thing that made you feel helpless by overcoming proven facts that are said to determine virtually everything about you. So, normally you would say, I can't help the way I think. I've always been this way. It's my nature. It can't be changed. I would like to tell you a story. I went to a friend for a chat. She was, in fact, a yogi. So she asked me whether I wanted a cup of tea. She took the kettle and put the tea bag in and then was pouring the tea in the cup next to the sink. But she kept pouring and pouring and pouring, and that cup was overflowing. So it's like, hey, stop. Why? Why are you overflowing, this teacup? It's falling everywhere. And she said to me, your cup is overflowing, Andrea, with all the things that you must do, need to, and you're so full of all of those things. Try and take a step back. So, again, I want to repeat that your beliefs are deeply ingrained in those negative notions, like chains restricting you from experiencing your unique self. So, if you loosen those chains, if you make them work for you rather than against you, to the point that you can alter the way you're thinking that made you feel helpless about overcoming proven facts that are set to determine virtually everything about you, you will be able to make that change. Now, your self limiting thoughts are a problem here. You employ self limiting thoughts to explain why you're not living the life to the fullest. So you can feel purposeful, content, you feel alive. Is the negative something that you can challenge, reverse? Regardless how long you've held that belief, no matter how rooted in tradition, your life experiences. So even if this self limiting thought is a massive obstacle, you can overcome these thoughts. You can begin by noticing to see whether they're working for you or they're working against you. You can embark on deep programming to allow yourself an excuse free day. Start with one day and the next day. And then over time, you'll get used to it. Like if I have a self limiting thought, I'd like put my hand out and go, hey, thought, I don't want you to come. So just think about it. If you were leaving the house and you lost your keys, you left it somewhere in the house, and you switched all the lights and put everything off, and you're hunting in the dark, and a strange thought enters your mind. You go, why am I looking here in the dark? So why don't I go outside and look where the street lights are there? And the neighbor passes by and helps you look, and after 5 minutes says to you, where did you lose your keys? And you say, inside. So here's a lesson. When we have a problem, we look outside ourselves for the solution. How about looking inside? And there's the key. You know, if you look inside, you will find a way to overcome those obstacles, those self limiting thoughts. You could say those words, nothing can be changed. I can't change my basic biology. So I'm here to change that and say to you that you are what you believe, not what you're handed genetically. You can impact and alter your genetic structure by modifying how you see yourself and your place in this glorious mystery called life. Your perceptions have the power to change your genetic makeup. Your beliefs can control your thinking patterns, support your behaviors, and your thoughts will make or break your life. So, another quote I'm going to tell you about is, all that we are is a result of what we thought. It's founded in our thoughts, it's made up of our thoughts. If one or you speak and act with pure thought, happiness will flow and the shadow will never leave you. Like I said, lots of people say, I can't help, I feel this way. People can't change their DNA. But I'm here to break that reprogramming and reprogram your mind and say your mind is largely responsible for who you are and who you become. So the beingness is buried inside you where your thoughts originate. So try and change that. Try and start being positive. You know, your conscious mind can almost do anything you're instructed to do. So you can change those thoughts at your bidding. Practice affirmations, practice mindfulness, meditation, almost learn any new skill. So we normally make endless decisions of what we wear, what we eat, what minds to keep. So thousands of choices. Why don't you change one of those choices to the positive and see how it changes? So you become really habitual with your subconscious mind, thinking that you can't do anything, you can't change your job or your career, you're stuck, all of those things. But what if you try and do something different about it? The most regretful thing about the subconscious mind is believing that you don't have a choice. All I see is the truth is that everything you think, you say, and you do is in the negative because you've been taught it's a learned behavior. You can control this. You don't need to think, speak, and act as if you've done before in your life. So, how can you change the all unwanted ways of behaving? My objective here on this program is to coax that new ways of thinking you down the stairs, keeping you in that optimal living of your life. And it's the best. So imagine if your subconscious mind would think there's no barriers, there's no storage or excuses in your life. There's just open, clear space for you to think, do, and be whomever you want to, a blank slate, a magical surface. And you can imagine that you can be, think, and do anything you want and then act that way. And that fantasy that somebody told you that you have to be in the negative is not true. So here I'm changing your mindset, changing your thoughts for you to learn how to rise strong and fight through those negativities. So thank you for watching, and I'm grateful that you're here. Any questions, put them in the school group, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now.